In this video, we're going to be exploring a kind of acupoint tune-up for the whole body. And we're going to be finding some particular acupoints, points on the acupuncture meridian lines, on the energy lines of the body, that are particularly good for just general health and well-being, for releasing, for ridding the body of any toxins, any kind of negativity or illness in the body. And we don't have to be we don't have to be an expert in any sense. We don't have to be too accurate in finding the points. It's just more of a exercise in bringing attention to specific areas of the body. And those areas are going to be particularly helpful for just kind of tuning things, optimizing the system. Okay, so settling yourself into a comfortable sitting position. Now I'm sitting on my heels here, but you're welcome to have your feet out in front or sitting on a chair or just wherever feels most comfortable. And we're going to be starting off by releasing any excess tension in the face. And a nice way to do that is to really scrunch up the face really tight and then open it out, sticking your tongue out. Scrunch up your face really tight, squeeze, and then open mouth wide, and then release. And then taking hold of your ears and very gently turning them in one direction and then the other. Turning them in one direction and then in the other. Now the first point we're going to be finding is number 1 on the bladder energy channel, and it's in the upper corner of your eye socket. So if you take your thumbs and just reaching into the upper part of your eye socket towards the bridge of your nose, on the upper surface of the socket, just kind of looking for a point that feels a little bit perhaps tender, or sometimes there's a little dip in the bone there that we're just looking for. Not to be too precise, very gentle pressure, nothing too strong, easing in, perhaps gentle constant pressure, or perhaps a little bit circling. So the next point we'll find are the 2 temples on either side of the eyes. Now these don't have an official point on any energy line. They're called the Taiyang points, very good for stress relieving, as we all know. So just maybe 1 or 2 fingers pressing in or circling, massaging this point. The next point, underneath the cheekbones. So this is number 3 on the stomach channel. 2 thumbs just hooking underneath the cheekbones. Maybe again finding a little dip in the bone, or just whatever feels like it's going to be working for you. Gentle pressure, maybe circling if you like. Next point is on the jaw muscles. So 1 or 2 fingers pressing in on those muscles that work hard when you chomp on your food. Sometimes we carry a lot of tension in this jaw muscles here. Maybe a little massage, rubbing. This is number 6 on the stomach channel. Next point is just underneath the nose, between the nose and your top lip. So this is number 26 on the governor channel. Governor channel runs right down the front center line of the body. This is nice for developing a focus, also for calming as well. Next 2 points we're going to be finding using the thumbs just on the back of the head. As you run your fingers down the back of your head on the bone, you'll get to a point where it becomes soft when you join the top of your neck. This is the occiput, but we're going to be moving just a little bit to the side towards your ears, just a touch here. So I've got a picture up on the screen showing you what the point we're going to be finding, but again, not to be too precise. Just pressing in wherever feels good, and then using your fingertips to just gently lift the whole scalp up a little bit. This is a very nice point for relieving any kind of head tension, headaches, that kind of thing. So now moving down onto the shoulders. Really finding a point here, number 21 on the gallbladder channel, which is halfway between the neck and the corner of your shoulder. So it's right on the top, on the muscle. So maybe using 1, 2, or maybe 3 fingers, just kind of reaching into the muscle on the top there, releasing the shoulder. This is a really good controlling point for the whole of the shoulder area. Again, area where we hold quite a lot of tension, stress, just letting it all release. And then coming down the arm, we're going to find a point here just on the inside of the wrist, maybe 3 fingers up from the wrist crease. If you make a fist and then pull the fist in a little bit, you'll see 2 tendons sticking out of the inside of the wrist there. So the point is in between the 2 tendons, 3 fingers up from the wrist crease. We can also use the index finger on the other side to find the equivalent point on the other side. This is number 5 on the triple heater channel. And with the thumb and the forefinger, just kind of gently pressing in. These 2 points together, controlling points for the whole wrist and the energy that flows down the arm into the hand. Also, this pericardium 6 point on the inside is very good controlling, used a lot for nausea or any kind of sickness. Now the next point is on the webbing between the index finger and the thumb. This is number 4 on the large intestine channel, and it's at the base of the index finger. So if you just run your thumb down, finding this point, you can use 2 fingers to rub into the webbing, or you can just press gently into the root of the index finger. It can sometimes be very tender if we're a little bit under the weather, or if we're coming down with something. Now onto the other side, onto the shoulder, finding our gallbladder 21 point, halfway between the neck and the corner of your shoulder on the top of the muscle. Releasing the shoulder, gently pressing down. You can have a little bit of a rub or massage around here, whatever feels good. Coming down the arm and to our number 6 on the pericardium channel, in between the 2 tendons, pressing in with a thumb and using the forefinger on the other side. It can be a very gentle pressure. We're not looking to jab our finger in any sense. It's just a light pressure, bringing your attention to that point. Relaxing the hand, soft. And then coming in to the large intestine 4 point in the webbing between the thumb and the first finger, or just if you think maybe at the root of the index finger, pressing in. Sometimes the points can be very different on the left and the right, sometimes more tender on one side and less on the other. So just responding to what you can feel on this side right now. So now we're going to come down into the legs. So finding the knobble at the bottom of your knees, I've got a particularly big knobble, but you may not have anything sticking out quite as much as I have. So from that knobble, we're going to go 4 fingers down the shin bone and just pressing in a little bit towards the center of the shin from the outside. So as you run your fingers up and down, you might find a little dip or perhaps a tender point just on the outside, pressing inwards towards the shin. This is number 36 on the stomach channel. It's called the leg 3 mile point. And back in the day when soldiers were marching and they get a bit exhausted, they'd use this point to give them an extra 3 miles. So now we can come down towards the inside of the ankles and finding the ankle bones coming up about 4 fingers width and above the ankle on the bone itself. This is number 6 on the spleen channel. It's called 3 yin intersection. It's a very important point for all the yin channels of the body and for just general well-being through the whole system. Gentle pressure or rubbing if you like. And the last point we'll find on the bottom of the foot. So if you find the ball of the big toe and the ball of the other toes coming in between and a little bit down towards the heel, we can use the 2 thumbs on both feet, just pressing into that hollow in the center of the sole of your foot. Again, gentle pressure, constant pressure, or a little bit rubbing or massaging the sole of the foot there. So this is number 1 on the kidney channel. It's a point used for grounding, used for just balancing the whole kidney system, which is an extremely important energy system of the body. So now we can come to lie down, settling yourself down onto the floor, releasing, and beginning to notice just how do you feel across the whole of your body. All those different points. Just been balancing, energizing the body. Perhaps you can feel some tingling or softness, some spaciousness, just whatever you can feel, noticing in your body.